Well, it's an incredible feat, and I think I saw where she's the fastest coach to get to 600, male or female. So disappointed that it's against us. Wish it could have held off for another game, but we respect Baylor. We respect what they do, and for her to reach such a milestone so quickly is, I guess we're part of history in that way, and we're certainly respectful of what she's been able to do.
And for your team this final stretch, what do they need to do to kind of just maybe close out the season on a positive note and get some wins going?
Well, we need to play with that same kind of fight and be able to sustain it for 40 minutes. We just talked in there, if we had that level of intensity at West Virginia a couple of days ago, that outcome could have very well been different. So I think, as we're rebuilding and we're still learning and growing in a lot of areas, that's certainly one of them. I thought we were very locked in, very focused, played at a high level. So we've got to do that these remaining 5 regular season games.
Coach, really what was exactly working for you to not just be able to stay with them, but even lead this game a number of different times? What did you see was really being going in your favor?
Well, we were getting second, third quarter. Our defense was really solid for us. We held them to 15 and 14. Really wish we could have scored more in those quarters to have even a larger lead. But, they're such a high-octane offensive team. So when you're able to prevent them from scoring, you've got to capitalize on the other end. And but I think that during that time, our defense was just really solid for us, and have to go back to rebounding again. They're a team that dominates our conference in rebounding at plus 15 a game. And we were right there all night with them rebounding.
And what did you really see out of Brittany? She's had a lot of good outings, but specifically in this game to go up against the big she has to go up against and still put up the points and have the stamina it takes to perform late in the game. What did you really see from her?
Well, I think, it speaks to her continued growth and her continued maturity on the court. 19 and 14 against number 2 in the nation is impressive, and she has 3 different bigs coming at her all night long. I thought she handled it very well. I thought she made adjustments, as she mentioned earlier, throughout the game. And, she made the Lisa Leslie top 10 finalists this week, one of the 10 best posts in the country, and I thought she played like it tonight.
Coach, kind of the same question we asked the girls. How nice has it been to see going up against a top-tier team like this? Last year the team might have faltered, throughout those games, but this team has shown its ability to hang with teams like this, through multiple quarters. What have you seen from your team this year that stands out as opposed to last year?
Well, we played Baylor 3 times last year, and we got blown out. And so this is a big step forward for us to be able to compete with them at their place and then again here at home. And again, they're not just tops in our conference, they're tops in the nation. They could easily be number 1 in the polls right now. They're number 2. And again, I think they're a team that can win the national championship again. So I think it speaks to our team, our players, our coaching staff, in the direction that our program is going in, and going in rapidly. We wanted to have a very rapid turnaround, and I think games like this we'll eventually win them, and they'll become a signature game for us in our progression and turnaround of getting this program back to the level that it needs to be and to where we're flipped and where we're talked about as a top 10 team in the country. But I think it's definitely momentum, shows the momentum and that it's headed in the right direction.
Rebounding really stood out tonight. I think Baylor had only been out-rebounded 3 times before this season, and this team has struggled at times to kind of battle off the glass. What did you see, not only from Brittany, but the rest of the team when it came to
I saw a team
rebounds?
that was hungry, a team that was willing to fight and go get the ball. We spent the last couple days really talking about the importance of guard rebounding, and rebounding by committee is going to be huge tonight. Brittany's 14 obviously or stand out, and I mean, again, that's tremendous to get that against them. But our guard rebounding numbers were crucial in the end.
Early on in the game, I knew I had to be just aggressive overall, considering they have 3 top-notch post players, and I also knew that maybe they're not exactly used to another post player my height, and so I could use that to my advantage and just really be more physical than them overall.
And obviously a lot of blocks this season, but in this one specifically against a team that's known for being the one that blocks and being the tall team, what was it that what were the opportunities you were seeing to get some of those?
Yeah, I can't really pinpoint the opportunities. It was just really fun to be able to get those blocks. Just off, I think it was mostly off of help defense as well, and so having her handle it up front, and then I could just come clean up. So, yeah.
And then Lexi and Sydney, I'll start with you, Lexi. What was working for you guys early on, you thought, to really be able to stay with them all the way, take some leads, and even heading into the fourth, be tied with them?
I think we were following our game plan. Also, we were just hitting shots. We knew we were going to get them. We just had to knock them down, and that's what we did early.
I think the biggest thing for us is we had to fight and we had to be competitive, and I think that we had to have mentality to come in that we're going to hang with them, and I think that we did that. I think we followed the game plan, and if the first option was there, we go to the second option and looking for Britt inside, and obviously hitting shots like Lex said was huge for us.
And Sydney, for you specifically, we asked you earlier in the week about, against a team this big, just getting those threes up. What was it like just be a couple seconds into the game, and even though it didn't fall, just be able to have that opportunity and put up a shot that quick in this type of game?
I think it's huge. I mean, I think that we've been in the gym, and so I think we all believe in each other and have confidence in each other, and we just had to step up and hit those shots with confidence, whether we were missing or making. We knew we had to take them and make them. We needed to make them. But anyway, yeah, that was a big game plan for us.
This one's for all 3 of you. You guys are the only team this season that's played that close with Baylor twice, and I know this team doesn't believe in moral victories, but what does it mean to you to kind of see that progression, especially Britt and Sid from last year, with how those games went then and kind of how they've gone this year?
Oh yeah, definitely from last year. This is I would say a lot better, obviously, if you look at the stat sheet. But overall, I just think that our mentality is so much better, and if we carry this into these last 5 games, then it's going to be a fun ride, And so we just have to go in with the same aggression and the same, just no pressure. We're going out there and we're going to play our best game, and we don't have to worry about anything else, And so I think that's what we need to go out into these last 5 games as well.
I just felt like we needed to fight, We can't look at who we're playing. We just got to play our game. And to be able to just fight and, play our game and be successful at it up until the fourth quarter was what we needed to do. We just needed to finish it off.
Yeah, I think what Britt said, obviously we've had a big jump from last year, and this is a much better team, much better roster. We have much more chemistry as a team, which I hope you can see as we play together. But, yeah, we got to take this mentality in the last 5 games. We got to come out swinging and come out to fight. That mentality is going to be huge for us.
Yeah.
Britt, going against their bigs, I think you might have had one of your better games of this season. What did you learn from last game that kind of help propel you to this performance tonight?
Yeah, from last game, I just knew that I would have a lot more one-on-one opportunities, just because they do have other bigs that they can depend on to guard and stuff like that. And so I definitely prefer the one-on-one, and so I knew that I had to be aggressive and attack. And I took some quick shots that I shouldn't have had in the first half, but I tried to adjust and be more patient in the second half, and Coach really helped me out with that as well.